Hello, friends. Well, over the last couple of months, my desk is starting to turn into a cluttered mess again, with me just piling paperwork on there and tablets and books and this and that, and not taking the time to find a place for it, put it away, throw it away, or what. So now it's time to get started. So like I said, over the last couple of months, I had just been, every time like mail would come in or I'm clearing off the island in my kitchen, I would just throw it, make a pile on my desk for it. Okay. And I was just getting tired of it. And I found myself getting back into older bad habits of me just keeping these piles until it gets to a point where it's just unbearable for me anymore, or I get overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie, I was teetering at that zone at this point with all the stuff that was at my desk. And as the year is approaching an end, I really want to keep this momentum up of me decluttering and really step into 2024 as a new evolved woman, as I've been evolving so much over these last couple of years with just decluttering and exercising, prioritizing my health. And that includes making sure my creative space, which is my office, is clear and clutter free and paperwork free and just, a positive place for me to want to work. Of course, I still worked while it was decluttered like this, but like I said, I just wanted to cut the time out today to just get rid of all this paper, file it, start filing it, start throwing it away. I typically like to keep a lot of things, especially a lot of the paperwork that comes back from school. And I just, instead of me just handling it right there, I'll just make a pile of it on my desk and then wait until it gets so high that then I throw it away. And I want to stop doing that. So here I'm just literally removing everything off of my desk so I can have a clear slate, and then I put it all on the floor and it turns into a mess. It really does. Y'all, getting a little overwhelmed, but it's okay. I'm going to handle it. This is the point in the process when I get a little antsy, to say the least. I've thrown away a lot. All that is trash, okay? But the rest of the stuff is like filing and stuff that I need to handle probably within the next week, and then stuff that needs to be shredded, and those are new piles. That's a new pile there that I just took off. But I think I'm gonna clear my floor at this point. The desk looks really good. It looks really, really good right now. Just so far, these two sections, those are the main sections that I cleared, and then I still have this section over here. I just need to come up with a way to like handle it sooner and stop letting it get to this point. And then, I need to come up with some sort of system that I can, like I said, I just make these piles and I'll say, oh, I'll handle it later. And then it never comes. So I just need to carve out time on my week that handles and addresses mail. I mean, now if it's a bill, I'll just pay it and then I'll put it back in the pile and say I'll file it later, so anyway, all right, let me finish. So here I am, girl, with these piles of papers. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little bit overwhelmed because it was just so much stuff. It was so much stuff to file. Like the filing alone was just wild. Okay, this is the very next day because I was just I can't do it anymore. The filing alone was crazy. I'm one of those people, I like a paper bill. I don't go paperless because listen, AT&T likes to play games. They own everything from DirecTV to everything, the cell phones. Listen, I like a paper bill. I like to see what I'm being charged for line by line because I've caught so many mistakes over the years. I want to see my electricity bill. I want to see my water bill. I don't want to just have it automatically drafted out of my account. I like to sit and actually pay my bill. I know that sounds old school, but like I said, sometimes something can be wrong with the bill, or you can find something wrong with your house by looking at your bill. Why is my water bill so high? What is going on? Do I have a leak somewhere? You know what I mean? Because it shows you the history and stuff. And so I always like a paper bill. And because of that, I get a lot of paper. Not that we have a lot of bills. It's just that it just starts piling up, especially the school stuff and the flyers and ads and stuff like that. The flyers and ads, I try to just recycle right away. I'm not going to lie. But anything like that has investments, it's involved in investments or medical, I just like to keep a paper copy of, because I don't know, I'm just crazy. And then I have like artwork from my kids that I don't want to throw away. I like to keep a file for them at that age. And I look back like, well, do I really need to keep this much stuff? Because my parents have a whole box of my stuff that they recently just gave to me from when I was in elementary school. And it didn't do anything for me. Like, I looked at it once and then I was like, okay, like, what am I supposed to do with this stuff? You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking like, I really don't need to keep as much for my kids. So like I said, what I've done since filming this, I've been really loving using Notion lately. I absolutely love the system that I set up myself in, because I really couldn't find a template that I love to use. And if you guys are interested, leave a comment down below if you want me to talk more about Notion or show you how I use it. But basically I use it as my advanced to-do list that helps me to decide what I'm going to do every day. If I sit and just decide what I'm going to do every day, like on Sunday or Monday, I find that my week flows so much better and I don't have to stop my momentum throughout the week. Because sometimes it takes so much mental energy for me to decide what I need to do for the day. That involves work, that involves family, my kids, things around the house. Like it gets draining what I'm going to cook, so I like to sit when I have a lot of energy to sit and plan my whole week, so I don't have to waste any brain energy on decisions like that. Like I know these are the top 6 things that I'm going to do today, and I kind of just knock them out, especially based on how much time it's going to take me. So I've been using Notion. So I set aside time on Fridays, early afternoons before my kids get home from school, to go through the paperwork. And that's going to be on my weekly to-do list. Every Friday, I'm going to set aside like 20-30 minutes to just go through any kind of paperwork that I want to do. And then also, I'm working on redecorating my downstairs bathroom. I want to add some floating shelves. So I was just asking my husband to come and look, because girl, my ADHD sometimes just gets overwhelming and I need a break from doing whatever I'm doing. So I'll sit and look at something else and start working on another project. Leave a comment down below if you agree, or if you have that problem too, where it's like you're so drained and you want to just take a break from what you're doing. So your brain just hops onto the next project and start looking stuff up about that, when you really need to be focused on, like, I should be focusing on finishing my office, but I just needed a mental break from that. Girl, the mental gymnastics that goes into my brain, it is wild. Okay, it's like a circus in there, seriously. But leave a comment down below if you understand what I'm saying. Give me a thumbs up emoji in the comments if you get it, because the girls that get it. I'm telling you, it's like sometimes you just want to stop and work on another project because there's so many projects going on in your brain. And that does help using Notion or the Notes app. Sometimes I use Google Keep. I use the Reminder app just to kind of brain dump all that stuff out of my brain. I don't know what stained my desk here, but it was not coming up. And I was so frustrated, like, why isn't it coming up? Whatever. I just put the basket back, and then I had this whole change thing for my kids. My father-in-law gave that to my girls, so I just keep it there, and they'll sometimes take some money to school. So here is the before. They take it to school for ice cream, but here's the before and here's the after, y'all. I'm so happy. It's so much clearer. Like, I just feel like it's brighter. It feels lighter in here as soon as I walk in, and it feels really, really good. I'm proud of myself. I'm so happy with the way it looks. Everything's put away, and I'm going to try to keep up on it every single week. I will keep you guys updated to see if it's working for me. And it is so far. But yeah, I love it. I think it looks great, and it makes me want to, do more work essentially. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.